What's good, guys? Hopefully, you guys can hear me. We'll get started there in a couple of minutes, so just give everyone a chance to hop on. How's it going, Riska Bars? How's it going, John? How's it going, Milan? Hopefully, everyone had a great weekend, ready to smash the markets this week. How you doing, Mo? I'm great, man. Yourself? Enjoyed my weekend and yeah, just, reset. Whatever the result was, good or bad, from last week's trading, just reset. Had fun, enjoyed my weekend, and yeah, back to the usual grind, as you know. How's it going, Colin, man? Okay, guys, we will get started there. Maybe 2 more minutes. We get started exactly at 50. Just want to make sure everyone is on. How's it going, Mikas? Okay. All right, let's see what we have here. Okay, so first and foremost, I'd like to welcome everyone that hopped on to today's call. As you guys know, today we're just going to go quick forecast. I'm not going to go too deep into things, just potentially where I see the market going. And then on Tuesday's Zoom call in the group, we will break these moves down. Just let's wait for Monday to occur. As you guys know, Monday's the trap day, so we tend to avoid Monday trading. And then we look to get in, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and whatever kind of trading you want to do, swing, just hold for a few hours, whatever it is. But you usually like to avoid Monday, especially if I'm trying to hold a trade for like more than a day. You avoid Monday trading. Also sets the kind of bias for the week, kind of gives you an idea of where potentially the market will go. So yeah, I don't tend to go into too much detail on Sunday. That's not to say though that the Sunday calls have probably been, like, the analysis on these Sunday calls has been absolutely crazy. Like, if you guys remember last week, what did I go over last week with GPSD? So if you guys remember here, I called it GPSD. It was right here, okay? And this was the day, boom, the Monday came up, and the Tuesday we triggered, and then we got the reversal halfway through the week, and then away goes the drops, okay? And it touched that institutional candle. So you guys, I'm not going to go through that analysis. Hop on to literally last week's live, and it's all there for you recorded. Yeah, it was pretty much live, so not much to say there. So where GU is at right now is it's done exactly what we wanted it to do. We wanted to see it break this low. Obviously broke some structure to the downside, created a new lower low, also cleared liquidity. When we go to the left, there's not much to see right here, okay? Especially if I try to I don't want to change the layout right now, so I'm going to keep it like this. But if I zoomed in right here, you go to the left, there's not much to see there. Just a lot of big candles with a lot of different wicks. So not much to see there. But if you do jump onto the weekly time frame, you do have this nice weekly institutional candle that did tap into previous resistance, okay, that got broken. Now it's newly found support, if you want to say. And then you have this big institutional candle. So price came in, touched the 50%. That's what I was targeting, the 50% of this IC. And I do potentially see a push up after that. So whenever we do get a new low broken, especially if it's been sold, like if it's very oversold, it's too much selling momentum. And as it approached our level, it started weakening, like the candle was weakening a small bit, and we started seeing some strength from this. We also got the break of structure right here on the 4 hour from this low. So what we could potentially see now is a move up to start filling in imbalances for us, okay? And then yeah, eventually hit up our IC right here. So this is the 1 hour. This is what I'm seeing. Eventually we'll come up to the 1 hour, okay? Potentially we'll either come to here or the 4 hour. So either one of these, either this one or this IC. So there's 2 ICs that we have right here, and you can see it's marked by this. And yeah, then we could potentially see another sell-off right here. I don't think it's done anytime soon. Overall though, GU's been beautiful. You can see that's doing a what it's supposed to do. 3 market phases. Okay, consolidates, manipulates, and then trends. Consolidates, manipulates, trends. Consolidate, manipulate, then trend. Consolidate. We can see another manipulation and trend. If it's supposed to continue that bearish down cycle. Okay. So with GBP JPY, I'm not gonna go too much over that. Same thing though. I know the group has absolutely been killing it. I'm seeing a lot of you guys absolutely kill pound pairs in the last few weeks. So really nice to see. I'll go back to the one layout, makes things easier. So really nice to see that everyone's just been absolutely smashing these pound pairs. Okay, especially when it's in a trend like this and it's not consolidating a lot. It's nice. And it's very easy to catch these sells. Okay, you can ride this wave down. Look at this. You have this IC to sell off from. You have this IC to sell off from. This one right here, and then there's another sell. So all in all, before you caught that big massive move down, 100 pip move. Okay, you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different sell opportunities right here. Okay, so there was a lot of sell opportunities that you could have capitalized on. It's just about waiting for that correct moment. Okay, waiting for that correct moment and just sniping. And that means, even if it means waiting a long time, because this is a 4 time frame, sometimes it'll take a whole week before you're able to catch that sell. Okay, meaning that sometimes you might just have to skip out on these buys, on these little buys that you see right here, especially with how wicky these pairs we're seeing right now. Like, we're seeing a lot of wicks, so people on both sides are getting absolutely destroyed. So you're either trading the very small time frame, 5 minute, 1 minute, or you're trading the higher time frame. Trying to go in between the 45 minute, 30 minute, you're going to get destroyed. Honestly, you are going to get destroyed no matter what you do. Okay, no matter if you're trying to sell or buy, you'll eventually get caught out. Okay, you'll eventually get caught out by these big candles, and all the time you'll get big momentum to the upside, and then price will say whoop, nope, big momentum to the downside, and then you get another big momentum upside, and it will just consolidate, but consolidate in a very volatile manner. And that's why I skip these time frames right now. It's just not the time to trade it. Okay, and then when you lead into December, leading into like Christmas period and all this, every like the banks start to take breaks and all this, and the trading volume in itself gets much lower. Okay, so is there a way to come back to influx, especially dark blue? I'm not sure what you're on about, to be honest. You can clarify. Dollar still bullish till 90, at least I should say. Could go higher. I'll go over the dollar actually in a second, because there's something interesting that I wanted to go over the dollar. But yeah, so GJ right now, what I see is up, same as GU, fill in imbalance, IC, and then down. This beautiful IC cleared liquidity. There's a really nice textbook IC right here. Okay, probably ends up with like 71. Nope, maybe not. Just below the 71. Overall though, nice trade. What we could see though is, like, we can't forget that there's a huge big imbalance in here. So what you could see price is creep up into this area and actually want to fill this up. And if you take a look right here, yes, this IC cleared liquidity, perfect, but that wick, the high of the IC, made more liquidity, so people could have sold off this high as well, you know. So people could have sold right from, where's my drawn to right here? So people would have been selling from this high as well. See that? So there's potential money sitting up above here. Are you based in the dark blue? I mean, not sure what you're on about. Yeah, so with your USD, actually let me go over the dollar really quickly before I move on to your USD. You have one-on-one coaching. At the moment I don't offer one-on-one coaching, to be honest. My schedule just genuinely doesn't allow for it, so at the moment no. But maybe I could start another group mentorship or so. I don't know. What you could do is just reach out to me on Telegram or Discord or whatever it is, and I can see what I can do. But I can't promise you anything, because my schedule is really crazy these days. Okay, with the DXY. My bad, I was looking for the weekly time frame. Okay, so with the DXY has been moving really nice. Okay, it has done exactly what I wanted what I wanted it to do for the past few weeks. As you guys know, um, as you guys know, I've been calling out the DXY, discussing the DXY for a very, very long time. And I know you guys always hear me say, um, I know you guys always hear me say, as we discussed, whatever, but it's true. We did go over this before. You guys can check it out on the previous calls. It wasn't even anything paid. It's right there all for free on the YouTube. So make sure you check that out. Understand the analysis behind it so you can replicate this in the future. Because whatever I'm calling out now, this similar identical move will start occurring again. Either has occurred already historically or it will occur in the future. Okay? It's repetitive. The market runs in cycles. Everything is repetitive. Okay, you have to understand that. Big imbalance. What do we have right here? Big imbalance. We've been calling this out for a very long time. In fact, since here. So it's nearly been a year, and eventually we fill in this imbalance. So you see, my point is, no matter what, these imbalances will eventually get filled in. You see, it took a full year, but eventually it did fill in this imbalance, and it's touched it to the actual T on the 50-minute. Okay, the 50% of that IC. So I absolutely sniped that IC. So that's why I'm actually seeing some higher prices on GU as well. You see why I'm seeing higher prices on GU? Because we touched that IC. We touched the 50%, sorry. And we also have a lot of imbalances to the downside. So that's why I'm seeing at least a move down for the start of the week. Trigger here and then go up. That's kind of what I'm seeing right here. And maybe like touch off here or here for the major sell-off that we'll eventually get. Right now though, right now it's still in the seller zone, because if you think about it, where was the last time the buyers started buying and the sellers started coming in? Where did the buyers take control? The buyers took control obviously up in this area. Okay. Up in this area, right at the top here, this is where the sellers start taking control. This massive candle. Ever since then, it's been falling. So we can consider this, and anything below here, seller zone. So on a weekly time frame, doesn't matter where it is, I can expect to sell off any level here. Doesn't matter, any level here, because this is seller zone. Once we break up above this high, then okay, I can expect eventually to see higher pricing, and start really targeting the higher prices. Okay, much higher. But for now, when we take a look at it from a macro perspective, it made a low. And it made a huge pullback. And look at this pullback. This is a pullback of what? A couple of years. Anyways, that's a 3-year pullback, 2-year pullback nearly. Okay. And now we could have the similar thing. Another year pullback. Okay. Maybe another 2 years. Actually, yeah. Who knows? A year, 2 years, whatever it is. And then we could eventually get the drop then. And there's plenty of liquidity to the downside, and there's plenty of imbalance that we want to see fill in here. But for now, when it comes to like when it comes to like the macro time frames, this is where fundamental analysis comes into play much more. Okay, so with the techniques, I like to keep it more on the smaller time frames. Appreciate it, Mason. You don't think the DXY is going to go that high? Yeah, as I said, it does come down to fundamentals at the end of the time, at the end of the day. So for me, when it comes to especially like the US dollar, I don't really like to predict this for the very long term. Now I was correct in this move, but it really does come down to the fundamentals after that, you know, to predict if it does continue up higher or continue down lower. But as I said, I still am long-term bearish on the DXY. I still do see the US dollar weakening. So for me, I don't know exactly where it's going to react from, but that's debatable. What did you say? You said the 90. I don't want it to go above 98.9. Yeah, exactly. Because this is the last area of supply for us right here. Okay, so if it does go above this level, then pretty much structure has been broken. In fact, I want to see here, and then after that, like it's very small chance of seeing a sell off from here. But as I said, in fact, I don't even want to see it go up above the 97 level right here. I think that's where I want to see it from, and then just drop after that. All right. So EURUSD, once again, from last week has made its nice drop. Now I can't remember what we were trying to do right here. Oh yeah, so this was a nice 2-hour sell I was able to catch last week. So I had this nice imbalance. Sorry, not imbalance. I had this nice institutional candle. I waited for it to play up. See this third candle? I wanted it to wake up 50% into the IC. Okay. Let me just... There we go. I just had to get rid of them. Plus, don't worry guys, these are not real people at all. These are just trolls or bots or whatever it is, but it's very obvious these are bots. Or trolls. I don't give a shit anyways, but that was getting weird. First they ask, do you need software coding? They want to learn, and then they tell me that they want to see the DXY reach 98. What the fuck? Whatever, man. Anyways, so as I said, I wanted it to jump up to just got completely thrown off. I was just reading those comments. I was like thinking, what the fuck? I couldn't even focus on what I was doing. Anyways, let me get rid of that YouTube chat. Okay, so played into the 50%. Beautiful on that third candle. It wasn't a scenario number one. I mean, you could have said this was a scenario number one. You could have entered here because sometimes it doesn't exactly come up to the open, but it played on the third candle. Away it goes, and then boom, smashed down. Okay, so notice this huge move up. Let me see. Can't exactly remember if this was the news, but we did have some strong news for the week. I think it's CPI. So yeah, I believe this was the news event right here. Either way, we had some sort of whipsaw action right here. And with whipsaw action, it's this. So you know, usually we go over the 3 market phases and we say we want to see fake move up and then the continued trend down. Sometimes you're going to get double on that. And usually it happens with news. So you see this happen a lot with NFP, whatever. It happened with FOMC. A lot of these big news events, what you'll see is whipsaw. So it'll consolidate. It manipulate to the upside, manipulate to the downside, and then continue up. That's what you sometimes get. And then you get into a trade right here. So this is what you wait for. So for me, what I usually like to do is I like to wait with NFP. How I'm actually successful trading NFP is I wait for that fake move up. I wait for a fake move down. And then that fake move down usually will leave some sort of institutional candle right here. Okay. Like a scenario number one. And then I get in on here and I look to buy. That's worked. Okay. It's worked for the past few events that we've had. And I did call it out if we had any NFP streams. I'm pretty sure you guys probably remember 1 or 2 that we did. So yeah, USD opened there with a gap, which is actually pretty unusual to see, especially for the past year or 2. I haven't been noticing a lot of gaps, honestly, especially on these majors like DXY. Yeah, I've not been noticing much gaps, so it's actually kind of cool to see it again happen, I guess. But yeah, USD/CHF, same thing. So I think all US dollar pairs opening up with a gap. Just makes things kind of awkward for us though. Like gaps, I don't like them, but at least you know they get filled in. Don't trade gaps. That's one thing that I would say. Don't trade gaps. So because we know that gaps always get filled in, okay, they have to get filled in. Some people, what they do is they buy in market open. Sometimes you don't know that this gap will get filled straight in. That's what happens. So they manipulate gap traders where they'll just pretend like they're buying up. People will just buy, like guess trade buy, no entry there. It will sell off, and then after that, stop losses have been eaten up. After 50 points down, they will come up and fill in the gap. So don't gap trade, because I know people that simply just wait for that gap to form. Yes, sometimes you're successful, but more than not, you will get smacked. Whoa, there's actually some pretty hefty gaps on here. Like, I think, whoa, okay. This makes things very awkward for us. More reason to skip Monday. More reason to skip Monday trading, because it'll probably come in, fill in the gap, and just trade inside the gap for a while to consolidate, level out the price here. But yeah. However, I don't see much like consolidation, just plenty of consolidation, but it still continued down. So if you were trying to force something here, I guess you can say we look at the supply and just sell. You look at the supply and sell. When it comes to these, what you're trying to do is you mark out your supply zones, you mark out your demand zones, and then you see which one is the best one, and you just wait for price to reach it and you make a decision then. There's only so much I can forecast on the 1 hour because it changes quick. This is why my forecast on the daily and like the weekly are usually much more spot on, because it's the weekly, right? Yeah, it's the weekly, it's the daily. There's not much going on there. It's just one candle a day. So it's much easier to predict. Your JPY. What do we see here? Even after that massive move, look how much we literally recovered all of this. Two reasons. Consolidate, manipulate trend. At this point, if you're not seeing it, you need to really do a lot of backtesting and rethink what's going on here, because this is very clear. Okay? Extremely clear. It literally plays out an exact diagram that we draw out. We consolidate. We take liquidity on the upside, we take liquidity on the downside. We fake up first, and we go down. We can flip this. Literally, so easy to flip this. Okay? See? We flip it, and it looks the exact same thing. Just simply by inverting the scale. That's another tip. If you feel like you catch a lot of good buy setups, and you're bad at sell setups, flip the scale sometimes. Maybe you spot the buys better than the sells. Who knows? That's actually a nice tip that I learned years back. So, because we took the liquidity to the upside here, we reacted off the top, right off the top here. I don't know if there was this IC here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I actually remember this one. So this one actually nice sell on a 2 hour. You came up to the 50, reacted off to 50, and then there was a 2 hour sell that you could have sold off right here. Beautiful trade, in fact. So you see how you could have caught this whole move down by waiting for this liquidity clear, institutional candle, drop below, break the structure, retest up, fill in imbalances, fib level, beautiful 78.6, absolutely beautiful, touch off the open, and away it runs. And now it starts creating lower lows, blah. And you can see that beautiful risk to reward too. Okay, so it's not, you don't always need this lower time frame for a nice risk to reward. You can still have it on the higher time frames as well. So you can go for a nice 45-1 here if you target this imbalance, because I still see it coming down more, because we have a lot of imbalance that we want to eventually fill in, and then this will probably be like our first area of demand, our first area of passive buyers, that potentially buy momentum that we can eventually start seeing from here. This is our institutional candle. Other than that, nothing else. Thanks for that. No, I really had to do that. And I'll actually feel bad if they weren't trolling, if they weren't bots and they were just genuinely trying to ask or be nice, or I don't know. I genuinely do feel bad, but I don't think it happened to me before. Like, it happened before, and it was getting weird. Like, the chat was getting really weird. Like, so yeah, I wasn't gonna let it happen again. It was just, yeah. Yeah, for US dollar, from a weekly perspective, yes, we can have that. I'm talking about when we look at the technicals for like the yearly time frame, for the monthly time frame, then it changes. But from a day-to-day basis, week-to-week basis, that can change very quickly. But a lot of people like forget there is a yearly time frame. What's the yearly time frame saying? And that's where the real big moves are able to be spotted. Like, look at this. You see this? You know? And then now it's buying off. So these are major moves that we're talking about. We're talking about 2,000, 3,000 point moves. Okay? And this will tell you a lot. Yes, the technicals don't even matter on this yearly time frame, but it's working. So when you're able to spot the move from a yearly time frame, and you understand where you are in that yearly trend, okay, then you can start noticing things. You can also start using market seasonality when it comes in here. Market seasonality, what has the market been doing for the past 12 years on this month? Okay, it helps. All these things you can start, in essence, just start bringing into your trading. It's up to you though. You know, like we all can say we trade smart money, all these different things, right? But we can all trade smart money, trade all the same thing, but we can all like look at it from a different perspective, all use different ways of analyzing the market, but it's all the same concept, you know. Here, I'm not really teaching you a strategy. What I'm teaching you is a concept, and I'm giving you all the tools. And then it's all up to you to kind of make your own art piece. You know, you have the paint brushes, you have all the understanding, everything is there for you. But for you, you have to be proactive and just take this in your own hands and make up something for you. And that's the beauty of our group. We have so much diversity there, so much people trading a lot of different things, so much people getting even on either side of the market, but everyone's still able to either learn, you know, which is losing the trade, learn from it, or win. It's very good. If everyone's trading the same thing, if everyone's on the same side of the market, must be a problem there. You know, everyone sees things differently. Please, I'm not trying to sell the EU sell. Yeah, EU is beautiful. What the fuck is going on there? Oh my days. So the bots have made new bots, and yeah, this shit's weird. Anyways. Fuck's sake. Anyways, yeah, yeah, it's bots, man. What can I say? Is what is though. Anyways, no, this isn't the real John. Don't worry. Yeah, this is not her. Yeah, that's not John. I'm pretty sure that was a fake bot. Or was it? Man, I'm confused. This chat is scary though. I can give you that one. What the bruh, my head. Anyways, I'm getting off this chat right now because whatever, man. I might even just shut this chat. Oh, fuck's sake. Anyways, my bad. USD CAD. What are we seeing on USD CAD? I can't even concentrate. So USD CAD, what I want to see is like a pullback and then up. Okay, that's kind of what I want to see. We have a nice institutional candle right there. We look for buys. Shit ton of liquidity is sitting up above here. Okay, lots and lots of liquidity. So this is what I'm looking for in essence. And yeah, we can target then sells from here. This would line up pretty well with the with my DXY analysis, so everything is nice and clear there. I was trying to, yeah, so this was like a, I believe like a buy that I marked out right here. Unfortunately, it missed me, so I cancelled the limit. And then it reacted from this IC and then sold off. That was a nice sell because simply we had the institutional candle, had the break of structure. Okay, price came, broke the structure right here, retested back up, and we sold off. So that was a really nice sell once again. And now if we break here, this is like 12 daily structure. Okay, and then we can look to sell even deeper. So be mindful of where the structure is. Be mindful of 12-hour structure with daily time frame structure with the 30-minute structure, because just because you're getting breaks of structure on like 1 hour, 4 hour doesn't mean that that's what the daily is saying. So understanding where you should be selling to and selling from, and especially selling to, when to take profits, when to know if it's like a buyer seller zone, helps you a lot of getting rid of that heartbreak of nearly hitting the TP and getting smacked, you know. So yeah, I'm telling you, man. Thanks. Can you take a look at the EBA coin? All my social media is about this shit coin. Honestly with you, yeah, I don't know much about crypto. I don't really do much about crypto, so yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you in here and just go on the Shiba coin and just start bullshitting, because yeah. But all I know is when it comes to these things, when it comes to the crypto space in general, all of these things, all these pump and dump coins, and even the small ones that were, even the ones that are doing somewhat good, okay, even $100 or so, these will eventually disappear. Everything will get siphoned, everything will get filtered. The top, only the top is going to stay. Okay, and you also have to think about not just the name, not just about the demand of it, because at the end of the day, what is a Shiba? Like, you can't hold it or nothing. The only reason it's at a certain price is because there's demand for it. People, okay, it's what people are valuing it. It's people pushing up. So other than that, there's nothing, like, there's no value to it there. Whereas like you have Ethereum and all these Bitcoin, there's technology behind it. Okay, when it comes to Ethereum, there's technology behind it. These are too big now. They're too successful to fail. Okay, just too big to fail. So this is why I would always stick to the top 5 cryptos, and the ones that have a genuine, proper technology behind it. I don't care if they have a good team or whatever, but if there's genuine technology behind it that will eventually be able to be used in the future. Look how technology is evolving. Look how society is evolving. Look what the hell Facebook are doing with this metaverse and all of this, where you're going to be working literally from home using a VR, doing everything that you do outside. Just look how the world is headed and see how these things come into play. Okay, how this would fit, like how this would solve a solution. And this is how you'd know if this cryptocurrency would survive or not. But as I said, I'm not big into that crypto world. It doesn't make sense for me to talk too much about something that I don't know of, or else I'd just be bullshitting you, which is something that I don't want to do. So yeah, I don't really have much to say about that other than just stay away from these shit coins. What about love these nuggets, bro. Happy you're gaining value, brother. How's your FTMO challenge going? FTMO I've never done. Yeah, I did do FTMO like years back, but I didn't do it now. When it comes to now, I'm only doing Excel trade, my Forex funds. Passed that already. T4T Capital, passed that already. What else? Yeah, I got the funded account for that. So yeah, I'm just doing a lot of them, seeing now which other ones what people want to see, like, and I'll keep reviewing them, and yeah, just continue to see it. I'm actually enjoying it, seeing how, like, yeah, I'm just enjoying it because I'm able to tell people, like, okay, this is the one that you should be doing, this is the one that you can't be doing. Or some platforms have good they facilitate some sort of traders and they don't facilitate others. So it's all subjective. It's all up to you, really, you know. Do you think your JPO is selling off? Well, go from my GU analysis. If I think GU is up down, then for your GP I would think down up. So base it off that. All right, brother, you have a good night. Okay, so gold. What I want to see for gold is right here. We have this institutional candle. I want to pull back in and buy. Okay. Overall, I'm still looking to buy gold, and it's been buying ever since. And I know people are selling here, selling here, they're selling here. They're really, really trying to force the sells. There's nothing telling us at all to sell here. Okay, there's absolutely nothing. I can't think of anything right here that would make me sell. On the fact, yes, people can tell, like, okay, it's overbought right here. So much buying. We need to pull back eventually. Okay, but the pullback usually will stem from some sort of point of interest. We need something to trigger. We need a reaction, okay, from somewhere. And here, there's no reaction. There's nothing there until we start reaching this supply. So we have something right here, okay, that will start giving me a reaction. This is why I want to target this daily. I will eventually want to see 180. 185, 189, something like that, okay? And then I'll look to sell, okay? Then I'll look to sell right here, eventually. And that's not to say that it could break up here. In fact, overall, I still want to see that 2000 being touched again, that level again. Just because we've been selling off for the past year, leading into 2 years, we're still overall bullish. Like, look what we've been doing, guys, for the past 5-6 years. This is something that you don't want to bet against. You don't really bet against gold. Okay, in fact, trading is very difficult. Okay, and it's going to get a lot more difficult. There's so much going on fundamentally. So yeah, like, just look at the way it's moving. You can win big at the same time. You can lose big as well. So just be careful. With me, I'm taking a step back from gold. As you guys know me in the group, I love gold. I'm always posting about gold, but now I'm taking a step back. Probably going to step back from Forex for 2 weeks eventually, just in a month or two, something like that, because as we know, the market will get very, very slow, and we don't trade low volatility. We thrive off that volatility to push us in the direction we want it to go. So yeah, that's just something that we do every year, so nothing new there. But yeah, if you are trying to force a buy right here, not even force it, it actually is a pretty nice buy, nice place. You go from here up into 188, so that will give you another nice 200-300 points, I believe. Yeah, so that's a nice 300 points, which is nice. Anything else that you guys would like me to go over? One more thing that I forgot to say is, if you guys were trying to, because I know some of you guys messaged me about this, and if you guys were trying to get access to one of our packages, we had to do like a small change. Okay, so what you need to do is go here, create a free account first. Once you create a free account, okay, once you make a free account, then you can head into the membership section, okay? Obviously, I'm logged in here real quick. So let me log in with this right here. Once you're logged in, then you'll be able to access the memberships right here. Okay, so that was a quick one right there for you guys. But yeah. I caught the top of the reversal, so I'm wondering if I should keep holding. But yes, there is a big imbalance. Exactly, yeah. But with that, what you should do is just, you know, take partials, and yeah, just take partials, trade that stop loss, and all is good. Also, if you haven't already, guys, please drop a like on the stream, would be really appreciated. As well as that, you can get access to our free Discord down below. So go into the description, click on the link. That's a free Discord link. So yeah, hop on, keep up with updates that we have in the company, whatever it is, chat with other smart money traders. You know the vibes. This is the first stream I'm catching. How often do I do these every single Sunday? So you can check out the videos section that I have. I have a playlist of it. I've been doing this for nearly a year, so yeah, got a whole year of streaming under my bag, so under my belt, not my bag. So yeah, we're glad to see you here, man. Welcome. Hopefully, I see you here more often. Okay, so as someone learns, as there's times that they don't like the 2 weeks coming up. Yeah, so basically what we do is we tend to avoid times of low volatility. So even if you do like a quick Google search and type what time of the year is there low volatility? Okay, let me show you. Okay. What idea is there low volatility? I'm not sure if this is the site. I can't remember exactly which site. But if you do a quick search, basically what we're trying to do is we're trying to avoid low volatile periods in a market, meaning that would be Christmas. Okay, that Christmas period, end of December. We would also be looking to avoid summer months. There's no volatility there. So I can't exactly remember which one it is. Yeah, at this point I can just type without looking. I've never learned how to properly type. I just type with like 4 fingers instead of like using the whole 10. But yeah. Okay, so you see this is the site. So the autumn boom reflects the majority return to the market after summer holidays. Business activity in the industry also picks up around this time. This makes autumn months the best time of the year to trade. By the second half of December, see, the end of December, trading activity slows down like in August. So this is why you see, if you remember when we were doing the signals as well, we stopped trading in August for 3 weeks. This was the reason that we come back in September, October, November, best trading months for us. And then we usually take a break on December. We come back again second week. We come back the second week of January. Okay, and then the volatility picks up again up until summer. So usually it's the summer that we avoid. Okay, especially August, and then December, second week of December starts getting slow. And yeah, so hopefully that helps. Look at this site if you want. It gives you a nice overview of the months, etc., etc. Yeah, but the autumn months for sure, like we're talking September, October, November, are usually the best times of the year. And you always hear me say that. You always hear me moaning about it in the summer because yeah, you just notice the price action yourself. You'll be able to tell. But with these times, it gets very, very, very volatile. Okay, which is what we like to see. And then December comes in, it creeps in, and it starts slowing down a lot. Yeah, but then obviously we had last year, which was Corona, leading in like right after the September, the volatility that we had in December, leading up to the start of the year, March. Corona came in, and then everything kind of just shifted. Everything was different then. But yeah, that applies though to like all traders, not just smart money traders. Like I'm pretty sure most traders, no matter what you trade, everyone kind of takes a break then. No worries at all, John. Okay, any more questions, guys? I don't want to keep you guys here for too long. Hopefully you guys gained value. Hopefully you guys understood pretty much everything I was going over. And yeah, other than that, I believe that is it. All right, I'm gonna get myself a water bottle now because I don't know what I'm doing these days. I'm forgetting to bring my water bottle upstairs, but whatever. Anyways, I appreciate every single one of you guys for hopping on. I'll catch you guys during the week for the Tuesday and the Thursday live. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys on the next live. Have a great one.